Welcome back to Zen Beautiful Art, your peaceful space to slow down, reconnect with creativity, and rediscover your inner artist. I'm Lucy, watercolor artist and a quiet guide on this mindful creative journey. Today's episode is for anyone who has ever stopped creating, whether for a week, a year, or longer. Maybe life got busy, maybe you lost confidence, or maybe you just forgot how much it mattered. If you have been away from your art for a while, this episode is your gentle invitation back. Here is something I want you to hear. If you are stopped creating, it doesn't mean you are not an artist. It just means you are human. Life pulls us in different directions. Schedules shift, energy dips. Some days, survival feels like enough. And it is enough. But sometimes, after a long pause, we start to believe that we have lost something, that we are out of reach, or not good anymore. And that belief, more than a break itself, is what keeps us stuck. So today, let's talk about how to come back to your art gently, without shame and without needing to prove anything. There are so many reasons we step away from our creative practice. Sometimes it's external, work, family, health, fatigue. Sometimes it's internal, perfectionism, doubt, overwhelm. One reason I will personally struggle with is this quiet question: what's the point? When no one's watching, when nothing is being sold or posted or admired. It's easy to lose motivation, but creativity isn't just a performance. It's a way of processing, a way of being, a way of staying in touch with your inner voice, even when the world is loud. When we stop creating, part of us starts to feel disconnect, not just from art, but from ourselves. And that's why coming back can be so powerful. I'd like to share a small story. A while ago, I stopped painting so nearly 2 months. I told myself I was too busy. But deep down, I was afraid. I was afraid I had forgotten how to paint. And I worried about that if I tried again, it could feel frustrating or forced. Or that scared me more than just staying away. Then one evening, I took out my supplies, not to paint a masterpiece, but just to mix colors. That's it. I sat with my palette and water and I made little swatches. I watched how paste gray melted into verdant green. I watched burnt sienna swirl gently into yellow ochre, and something in me relaxed. I didn't make anything, but I was creating. And that was the moment I realized art doesn't demand anything from us. It just invites us back. So how do you return to your creative after a long break? Not with big goals, not with pressure, but with a tiny doorway. Try this. Don't aim to finish anything. Instead, just open your sketchbook. Let yourself play. Make marks, swatch colors, paint a square of sky blue and see what happens. Maybe take 5 minutes to doodle with no plan. Let your hands move before your brain catches up. And notice, not judge, how it feels. Sometimes the door back into creativity is smaller than we think, and it opens when we stop trying so hard. If you were taking a break from art recently, or even long ago, I want you to ask yourself this: what's one gentle thing I could create today, just for me? Not to share, not to prove, just to reconnect. Maybe it's color swatches, maybe it's a single leaf or petal, maybe it's just cleaning your palette and laying out your brushes. If you tried it, I'd love to hear about it. You can message me on Instagram or comment on my YouTube channel. Your stories helped remind us all. You are not behind. You are on your own quiet timeline. And every return to art is a beautiful one. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode helped you feel a little more at home in your creativity, please share it with someone who might be holding back too. And if you would like to paint with me, come visit my YouTube channel Zen Beautiful Art for peaceful watercolor tutorials and creative rest. Until next time, take breath and remember, your art is always waiting for you.